Welcome, everybody. You're back. You're listening. You're here. This is just another amazing, great day. My name is Michael Silvers. I'm so excited to be here with my wonderful co-hosts, Sandy Grisby and Jeff Ross. What's great is it's always about information. And what are you listening to? It's called Unmuted. Why is it called Unmuted? You're going to find out as we do this because you're going to be listening to us for years to come. Unmuted, where real lives get loud. And it's really about conversation. So this is just going to be conversations between us. It's going to be conversations with other people coming on. So if you love what you hear, go ahead and comment. Comments are always great. Share this with other people you know. People always like to do that. So we're asking you a favor, right? You like us, you listen, and you do a favor. If you're on one of those other channels, just subscribe, whatever it takes. Be part of it and really be part of the community. We're going to have a place that you can go, be in the show notes where you can comment and really tell us what you're thinking, what you'd like to see, and as we have great hosts on. So how are you two doing this week?
I'm great. It's Bangkok, babe.
Well, I'm okay. I'm not my bubbly self, but I'm here. I'm showing
You
up.
feeling a little
I'm
down
okay.
under?
A little bit. I'm a little bit down under. Yeah. So, but I'm
Oh,
here.
that's good. Oh, that was good. That was good. I like, Sandy told we tell everybody just everything that's going on, but if the Aussie does something really weird, like to the camera, that'd be funny if you actually sneezed on it, right? Because that has happened. This would be good.
He's got to do a lot more than sneeze, Michael. Let's be real.
I know. So we're watching my grandson today, and he's not feeling well. And my phone, he's got my wife's phone just for a couple minutes. He's looking, he's little, so he's watching, I don't know, Bluey, right?
Yeah.
And you could see it.
That's an Aussie
You
show.
could see it. I know,
Really?
I know it is. Bluey. So he's holding the phone like this, and you could see it. He just sprays your phone.
Petri dish.
Yep.
It's a
Bluey all
petri
over
dish.
your phone.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah. This is where you
So
true love,
what are we
right?
talking about today? What are we talking
That's-
about?
Everything. You're just getting
Everything
loud
in-
right now.
Yeah. I'm just telling you a story that happened today. I know you're not feeling well, and because Ozzy's usually so friendly, but it's just not happening this time.
You look
Well,
great,
there-
Jeff. For feeling bad, you look
Oh,
great. So whatever
Thank
you've
you.
done, pull
I
it
do
off.
show up. There is a saying here in Australia, and for our Aussie listeners, they'll probably get where I'm going with this. But I grew up with my father saying, "Just take a teaspoon of a cement and harden up." Take a teaspoon of cement
I like
and
it.
harden up.
And hard. There you
That's
go.
probably not advised from
That's
your
rough.
medical expert practitioner.
No, probably not.
That is rough. So
Harden up, right?
yeah. The great thing about what we do is we do have conversation, and we will, part of what's going to happen with the show notes, we want to see what all of you want to know and listen to, because I think that's important, sort of what's going on out there. The other thing too is we'll help you with either, if we can answer it, fantastic, but we don't know that much. So we'll have guests on that will answer those questions. And one thing I know that came up already in the show notes and people always ask is, all right, so there's a couple of things that they always love to know. First of all, we'll go through this because I think it's funny. And I've always asked this from stage. What is one thing about you that nobody else knows? Now, because it's a show for kids and everybody else, we have to keep that open, right? We got to keep it.
Why do you assume we have to go there? It could be something very benign.
It's an assumption. We know what those make of us, but
Boundaries.
It's boundaries. That's it. It's boundaries. Yeah. Okay. I got an Aussie on the show, Sandy. I always have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But so I always say, as I was on stage, I'd always talk about that. And the greatest thing about it is it really, people remember that still 20 years later. It's funny. They don't know who I am, where they saw me, where they met, but they remember. So mine, right? I'll just dive into mine because mine's really simple. So as a kid, I lived in Los Angeles, born and raised, and my uncle lived on Brookhurst, right near Disneyland. So we went to Disneyland a lot. And back then we had the A tickets, the B tickets, the C tickets, the D tickets. Anybody remember that out there? And as a kid, and still as a kid, I always wanted to live above the Pirates of the Caribbean. Always. Something I always wanted to do. Still hasn't
Like on the
happened
roof?
yet, but I'm working. No,
So what
not on the
character-
roof.
You said above the
There's
Pirates of the
apartments
Caribbean.
up there. There's actually,
Oh,
there
so
were.
we make that clear.
Yeah, because Walt Disney had his on the main. He had his apartment on the main walk, but then they had started to build sort of a living, and that never happened. So they put sort of a museum up there. So
Okay.
that's what I wanted to do as a kid on the roof. Thank you so much. No one's ever said that before. All right. So turning this over to Sandy, what is something about you
But I
that
thought it was
nobody else
something
knows?
someone didn't know, so no one would ever say that. You had to have me say it because
Yes,
now I
I
know.
did. That is true. That is true. And in all the years I've actually used it, no one's that's one of the best responses I've ever had. I just want you to know.
Jeff, if Michael could kick me right now in Bangkok, he would
Uh,
really hard.
Probably.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna text somebody, hopefully that's sitting right next to you, maybe, So I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump on
yeah.
another call where somebody is and say what just happened on this one.
I know
Yeah.
there are other calls going on in my household.
Yeah,
You
I
know
know.
way too much, Michael.
I
Are
tell
you
you.
what are you doing? Are you stalking?
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's right.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. Okay, just for everyone who's listening here, Michael sacrificed one of his favorite shows to be here to make time for
Of
me
course.
today. Thank you,
I
Michael.
did.
We appreciate you.
I
It is
did. I
raining
mean,
really hard in Bangkok.
this is a show that I even wake up on Saturdays at 7 a.m. to be on. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And it's
I'll
really
send
funny
you the
because everybody's
recording.
rubbing their eyes and
Michael, 7 a.m. I have to
yeah.
get up at like 1 a.m.
I know. See, he's
You
good.
make the
He
show
gets
too, Jeff?
yeah, he's made the show. Yes.
Once a month. Once a month. I don't do it
He
every
Oh my
does
week,
once
God.
a
once a
month.
month.
I don't even make that show, and I live here.
That's funny. Oh my Lord.
Okay,
Okay.
Jeff, what's something about you that no one knows? We need to know now.
Hang on. We didn't share yours.
No.
You're
We were
trying to
starting with you.
bypass
We're
this.
going in a circle.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just trying to bypass it. One thing that nobody knows about me. Well, this might be a bit of a tricky one, and I might have to explain it. Well, so let's start with the question first. Does everybody know what Western pleasure is?
See,
Did you just
see,
pick
Sandy?
it?
Did you hear
And
Sandy what I was
boundaries.
saying earlier?
I'm going with the boundaries. Western pleasure is a horse sport. It's in the Western equine, right? You
I
thought
could
I
have
was going
gone
somewhere where
so
Yeah,
wrong in
I
so
knew it was
many
gonna be
ways.
wrong.
no,
Mhm.
it's like dressage, but for Western. So I used to dress up in the cowboy hat, the chaps, and all that sort
Wait,
of thing.
don't tell me you put that little stick between your legs with the little horse on the end and gallop around like those girls do and do competition. Is it like that?
No, I want you to get off after this call and actually Google Western pleasure, and trust me, you're safe. You're good in that space. But it's
I don't know about that. Yeah, there's some things I Googled that didn't come up the way it should. Yeah, go ahead.
Western pleasure equine horse sport. To be
Okay.
very specific. But
Even worse, but go ahead.
I was junior national champion of Australia for 97, 98 for this, for riding horses around Australia and in showmanship
Wow.
and Western pleasure so mainly quarter horses. We paint and paints we used to ride. But you used to be off on a horse show every weekend with my family, and I was junior national champion of Australia for this equine sport, which is called Western pleasure.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
And you thought I was going somewhere weird with that one.
I was waiting for it. I was kind of hoping
Yeah.
for it. I was going to make this really fun.
Yeah, but that's great, Jeff. I had no idea. I've known you all this time and not once. See, he
You see, I had to
doesn't
come up
doubt
with
himself.
something you didn't know.
I like that. No, that's good because the Aussies have the tall poppy syndrome. We'll talk about it. No, but that's great. I think that's fantastic.
So I was
Excellent.
about 12 and 13. So there you go.
Yeah, now he's starting. Now he's going to tell you what year he's born, and then I'm going to be like, whatever. I was so no, that's fine. Yes, it
Happy
was.
birthday to your
Yeah.
wife.
Mm.
Happy birthday,
So
Sarah. I know.
so Sandy, let's come back to you then. So what is one thing nobody knows about you?
Oh man, there are so many things. Thing is, mine get a little risky. Like I either come across as looking really bad, or you feel sorry for me, or it's like a tragedy. So I have to think of something extra fun. Okay, I got one. All right. So I was the youngest person from my university to be accepted to study abroad in Argentina for a semester. I was a sophomore.
There you go.
And
Fascinating.
thank you. And not very many people know that because everyone got rejected as a sophomore. But since I had previously studied abroad, I lived in Germany for a year, they approved my paperwork to do it. And in order to do that, I had to learn Spanish really fast. But I kind of didn't want to do that because in Argentina, when I finally got there, I hung out with all the Aussies at the
Of course you
embassy,
did. Of course you did.
and I did not do well in Spanish. So let's just put it that way.
And I'm
That
sure
is
you had a
too
lot of
funny.
fun with the Aussies, right?
Way too much fun hanging out at the embassy, going to all the parties, doing all the things with all the Aussies. But oh wait,
Yeah.
one more thing I had to add. This one most people don't know. I think my mom knows because she actually reminded me about this. So apparently I was at a nightclub, and this is in the, I don't want to date myself, but it was almost the 2000s, but it wasn't quite yet. And I was at a nightclub with my girlfriends, and we were dancing, and some guys got really aggressive, and one of them started grabbing her and pulling her in ways that was very inappropriate. I stepped out in the middle of them, and something they didn't know about me was I had studied karate for many, many years. And I pushed through the circle of guys with my friend in the middle, and I knocked the guy out cold. Boom! And then I grabbed her, picked her up,
Wow.
we went and ran and hid in the bushes. It was great.
I just said, see that Netflix series Karate Kid. I could just picture you like being one of the
Yes.
Karate Kids getting in there and fights.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some guy decided to use the bushes as his toilet.
Okay.
Yeah, so that wasn't as fun as we thought, but we escaped unscathed. It was good.
Yeah. There's a wrong place, wrong time, wrong That's just wrong. That's, but you did.
Karate
You
does
came
not
to.
stop that flow.
No,
Well,
you had to
changing
go there.
topics, my wife
Yeah.
is actually learning Taekwondo, and so she's just up leveled to her blue belt, and so her and the boy, something she was doing with our boys, and so boys are doing it. So mum, why not mum? And so she's learning Taekwondo, and now I'm really
Great.
scared because when
You
we have
should be
arguments, she
scared.
can literally kick my ass.
Uh-huh,
She can pin you down, especially in the state you're in right now.
That's
Right?
exactly right. Now she just push him over, so it'd be a whole different.
Especially with
Knowing
all those
that actually.
those bad dad jokes.
Yeah, that's right. Knowing that Sandy has that background and Jeff doesn't, but his wife does, and I did it way back. We should have as a guest. We'll definitely have as a guest John Terry, because John Terry's a
Yes.
good friend and he owns the Martial Arts Hall of Fame.
Nice.
That'd be
So
cool.
every year, a lot of times in Vegas, they have their, and I mean, they get everybody who's big in martial arts to even some of the, the relatives of Bruce Lee who are still around, the founders.
That's cool.
It's a cool group. So we could definitely get him on. You know what? He could actually bring some of the world champions onto the show too.
That'd be
We
That
cool.
would
did
be
that on the
fun.
summit. We did that. The gentleman actually had just won the gold in France. I can't remember. I don't think it was judo. And he literally had just won, got the award, come off, got to his hotel room, jumped on and did the summit with us.
Oh, that's cool.
From Paris. That was really
That's
awesome.
really
Yeah.
cool. I want to
Yeah.
go
Actually,
to Paris.
for our listeners who are listening in, like we would like to know, who would you like to see as a guest on this show? I think that'd be a really awesome guest. But we would like to know, who else would you like to see, and what genre? Would it be anywhere in the sports, in the entertainment, in the media space, in the leadership space? We can get creative, and we can reach out to our network, and we'd love to know who you would love to see on this guest. So Sandy, who would you like to see as a guest on the show?
Ooh. Which one of you knows Brene Brown?
Oh, I've read
She's
all her
awesome.
books.
Yeah.
I love Brene Brown's books.
You would
I'd
be
love to have a
fun to
conversation.
have on the show.
Right? That would be
Mhm.
really, really cool.
That's
Actually,
it.
and
He's
then
going to make
or-
that happen. This is good.
Okay.
I'm actually starting to geek out a bit about that. That's pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's
Michael,
make
how
that
about
happen.
you?
Well, I said John Terry already. Does that not count for anything?
No, but who else? Who else? You
Who
know
would I
him.
really
so,
like to see on the show of anybody I know or interviewed? Go ahead. Go
Someone you
first,
don't
Jeff,
know,
'cause you have
Michael.
somebody.
Someone you don't know.
Oh, but
Someone I don't. Because I know
Jeff,
Jeff's got.
how about you?
I'm going to
Someone
think
you
about
don't
all
know.
right. You know what? I would actually love to see Gene Simmons on here. I reckon that'd be an epic
it. But
episode.
we
Really?
had him on a show.
I know,
he's,
right?
Really?
He's one of the top
Yeah, he's
marketers
got
ever on the planet.
he's got
Then
some
we're
really
thinking-
powerful stories. He's got some really awesome stories.
He holds 150 patents for Kiss.
No way.
Oh
All I
yeah,
know
Hmm.
is that show that you missed today, Michael, the host of
yeah.
that show had him at a live event, and he wasn't very nice to people.
Oh, we'll
But
work with that. We know him. We know people. Mary's actually good friends with him, so we'll make.
okay, good.
I
Maybe
should
he
tell
can
her.
make up for it. He can make up for
She'll
it on our
kick
show.
his. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But
Yep.
he does hold. So okay, so we'll let that one go. We'll move that one forward. Um, we'll
Another
just
guest I'd love to
throw that
see
away.
is and I'll change the topic for us. We'll keep going. I reckon another really interesting guest would be Jim Quick. And I reckon
Really?
that'd be really fascinating.
Yeah,
Jim's a
even
good
more
buddy of
than
mine.
easy.
I love Jim.
Yeah,
I was on
yeah.
his podcast quite a few times.
So
Yeah,
I'm about
cool.
to see him at his show, right, at Limitless Live, because we're going to do stuff from there, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to say, I have Sandy on our new show. We want you, and Jim will say yes, right?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be
So,
awesome.
yeah,
We could probably
yeah,
even get Dave Asprey on this show. He would be fun
that'd
to
be
have.
fun.
He
That'd
says
be
the
Hmm.
most
fun.
random things sometimes that are quite hilarious, but true.
See? Well, that's it, people. So, see, we're starting to line up here. So, these are the guests. We want to just start getting them to say yes, and we'll
Yeah.
record when we need because it'll be fun to have them on, and it's a good learning. I was thinking, and I'm trying to pull up the name really quick. So, hold on one second. You guys can talk. It's a show.
Well,
We can't. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it
you
because
got
I'm
it.
really fast. Yeah, I got it. I'm good here. This
No,
is,
it's been more than 1
uh,
second.
yeah, I know. I know. She's going
We're
to give me
counting. Counting.
yeah.
One, two.
Well, because the thing is, it's drawing all I'm trying to draw. So there's a lot of great shows out there and a lot of sitcoms and a lot to me, Frasier's still one of the best written shows ever on the planet. If you take a look at sort of the sequencing and how it works. Um, but the other show that I think that really did that well, and actually is, some shows like Seinfeld, the ending, some shows have great endings.
I love
I
Curb Your
lost you guys.
Enthusiasm.
Big Bang Theory. Uh,
That was Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
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 I've watched
So
every single episode.
yeah. So Big Bang Theory, and one of the actors actually, they're all very talented, but the gentleman who plays Howard Wolowitz
Hmm.
is actually fascinating. He speaks many different languages. He's a martial artist. Have you ever watched the show, Sandy?
Not that
Sandy?
many episodes because it was kind of in my traveling
Okay.
overseas and being really
All
too
right, you
cool
got to
for
start that
television
again.
era.
But it's brilliantly written. It's really brilliantly written the way they interact too. And he's incredibly talented. He was in another movie. I can't remember the movie he was in. You wouldn't know it was him. Um, and he's just very well rounded. You wouldn't have thought it. So though anybody really like him from the Big Bang Theory would be fascinating to have on the
That would be
show.
really awesome.
Yep. And also, is it Maya Bialik? She has, her own big podcast because she plays on the show too. So it'd be interesting to get her shows changed a little bit. But like during COVID, she did some great shows.
Yeah, wow.
So someone like
That'd be
that
really
for me,
cool.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just I like when something's well written. I like when the actors interact. It's almost like from get-go that it's really sort of kicks off. And for all of you out there who are Trekkies, don't hit me, but I do really like Star Trek. I mean, I love Star Trek,
I love
but
it.
but the Next Generation, it took a little bit for them to start getting it took a while for them to get together, and then it was great. And there was where there's just some like Frasier from the first episode, they were out the door. It's like they had
Mm.
known each other forever. And I think those are those are the ones I like to almost, how do you create that? So with very little time in today's show left, what I'd like to do is we'll sign off, and then you all have to listen to next week because Sandy, on the next show, what keeps coming up is Substack.
Yes.
And nobody, I mean, I don't even understand everything Substack now. Substack. Do you think you could talk a little bit about Substack on our next show?
Sure.
That'd be
Explain
Not
great.
a
it to people
problem.
who don't understand it, because it is. You're seeing it a lot. It's hitting every email now is Substack. This
Mhm.
guy did this on Substack. This guy, there's this Sandy on Substack, and I think people just need to know like why and what is it,
Mhm.
and
No
because I
problem.
think it's a place for a voice. So let's definitely do that. Well, I wanted to thank everybody for being on the call on the call today. I've done way too many calls in my life. Everybody to be on the show today. If you really liked what you heard, leave a great review. Sometimes we're just going to chat. Sometimes there's going to be an amazing guest. Sometimes it's going to be educational, and sometimes we might just be quiet and meditate the whole time. Who knows?
No, we
So,
can't be quiet and meditate. This
oh,
is
we
where real
can't.
lives get loud. We got to get
Could
loud.
you
We got to
imagine
get
this guy being
loud.
quiet for 20 minutes? Like, could you imagine this
Hey,
guy doing that?
Can you
hey,
imagine him
that
oming?
happens. Yeah. Oh boy. So Unmuted coming live to you from, we want to thank everybody for being on. Sandy and Jeff, my wonderful co-hosts. I'm a co-host. We're all co-hosts. We're here for the pleasure of all of you. We thank you so much. Make sure you listen to the next show because we're going to talk a little bit about Substack. We're going to dive into it a little bit. If I can figure it out and Sandy can get me to understand it, then anybody can. How's that? I still
If
need
I
to get
could
to use
figure it
Instagram.
out, you
Remember,
can
I'm a
figure it
Facebook
out.
guy, right? Remember MySpace? So anyways,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
I still have a MySpace. I never closed it down, so it's got to be
See?
like
That'd
it's
be
got to
funny
be
That's
if you had like
interesting.
timestamp
5
from like
million people on.
1999 or whenever we started it.
God, that's too funny. I love it. All right. Thank you all for being on the show today. We're going to close it down in 3. That's right. 2. We're having too much fun. Have a great day wherever you are. 1. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well, we're still recording.
It's,
We might as well roll into the second
yes.
episode, yeah?
Wait, are we doing the Substack one now?
Do you have time?
Yeah, shouldn't I change my outfit?
No, it does not matter. All right, you can, if you want to quickly do it, that's fine.
Collar. No, I'm good. That's why I wore a white dress shirt. I look different.
All right.
All right, let's do
No,
this.
that's good. And this show's 20 minutes or less. So I really just touch on Substack. It is really coming up a lot for people I know, and you're seeing it out there. And I know people they still don't get LinkedIn. They're still not understanding the
LinkedIn's
power
a
of
tough
all.
one.
Right. But now there's Substack. So there's like,
I know.
it's like, I've just started to use Instagram. I'm not getting this. I mean, if they're 19, they're using everything. But for the general 35 to 65, think of it that way. No.
Believe it or not, if they're 19, they're doing nothing.
Yeah, they're actually not really on social at the moment. The younger
No,
generations are
not
getting off
funny.
social.
And they're being
Yeah.
super lazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Don't even start with
Yeah,
me.
my 13-year-old son, it's at the moment, everything's YouTube. It's all YouTube.
There's just nothing going on. Anyways, okay. All right, let's roll. So we don't have to like formally, you ready? Okay. 3, 2. Wanted to welcome everybody to the show today. It's us again. I know you're like, why am I here? I'm here because you're going to learn something. Today, we're going to talk about Substack. And I'm going to tell you everything I know about Substack and how excited I am for it. I want you guys to really see, listen, and hear what's going to happen today with my co-hosts, Jeff Frost and Sandy Grigsby. Yes, I went the other way this time. And the great thing about that is Unmuted is it's really about the greatest part about it is, I'm looking at the show notes again, where real lives get loud. I'm going to get it by like the 200th show. You know how that goes?
200.
Yeah. But the greatest thing about this is there is something out there because I remember, so we did a call with John Yoshai, and hope if he sees this, and he was really working with the influencers at YouTube. And he said, this is like 2017 or 18. He said, TikTok's coming. You've never heard of it. You don't know what it is, but it's coming. And we're all like, yeah, whatever. Nobody. And it was there. And he's like, I want you to all use it now. You know how people in a class don't do anything. And so now there's this thing called, well, of course, there's Telegraph. I mean, we go on, and then Clubhouse, right? And so there's Substack. And I think most people don't know what it is, why it is, and why should I use it? Should I even listen? Who's it for? And so, Sandy, if you could go through that a little bit and just enlighten people and maybe give them a little what we can, and we can have a more in-depth show, obviously. We can go much deeper into it, but I think this is just the why, what, how, and what if time.
Yeah.
That would be
Substack
fantastic.
is fabulous. Actually, there's a magazine that recently launched on Substack, and I want to say it sold for $500 million, something insane.
Wow.
Because they grew so quickly, and it's only 3 years old. I want to say it's called Free Press, and they did insanely well. That's a Substack. So what is Substack? It's a free newsletter. Free as in you, the person who's creating, can use it for free. So the only time you pay is when people pay you, which is great.
Okay.
And the newsletter has very high reach, meaning when it sends out emails through Substack, it makes it into most inboxes. So you don't have that issue of rejection. And it gives you all of the tools you need to not just write a newsletter, you can also stream videos through it. You can do a podcast, launch a podcast on it. You can use it as a photo gallery, a library. You can even customize the URL
Interesting.
so it can be your own unique website. It's really cool.
So
So,
I started
okay,
my whole
go ahead,
online
Jeff.
marketing game I basically started this whole game about 2009. And back then it was like blogs. Remember the old blogs? They were big back then. And I basically started off with doing like 100-day blog challenge, and I got nothing to start with. But by day sort of 85, day 87, I started to get traction. I started to get results. So is Substack, it's just the new version of like blogging, is it? Like, is it something like that?
Yeah, it's that, except for with your blog, generally, you would have to use a whole nother system to send emails to people and to gather
Right.
data.
Yeah.
That's built into Substack. So as soon
Yeah.
as you hit
Interesting.
publish, it emails people everything. And then if they
That's
want to access a link or something, they click it, it'll launch the app. So it's in app and it's in email. It's beautifully done. It's very easy to use. My mom is 78 years old and she's starting a Substack.
that
So
is cool.
Okay, so let's say, Jeff, let's say we start a Substack for this show, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, all right.
You see
So
what he's
we
doing?
have a
He's giving me more
Substack,
work.
we have a Substack channel or something, no followers, nobody listening. What are we doing at that?
So you just start publishing and then you promote it on your social channels. So for example, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I promote mine on my LinkedIn. And then there's a secret that most people don't realize.
Here we go.
This is what
Substack
we wanted.
is a social media platform.
There you
So
go.
just like LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, there's a feed that you can
Mm,
post to that they call notes. And when you share your post, it actually automatically publishes to notes whenever you publish something. So that's instant. But you can go and publish more. You can publish images, stories, messages, notes, whatever you want. And it goes out to their entire community and people slowly start to engage. Now, just
I
like
love that. Of
every social media platform, you have to do more than just publish. So
course. You got
ideally,
to
you go
promote.
to other people's accounts and you go and comment and like and engage, and then they engage back and it builds your audience.
So it's the law of reciprocity, right? And,
Exactly.
I've had a lot of success doing this myself. A lot of people go and create a podcast and they produce some awesome podcasts, but then they forget to promote it. And they forget to connect with other people to invite people to come check it out for themselves. And so it's networking 101. And I love that we have the tools that we have now to be able to go, cross media platforms, but also go global very, very quickly. And yeah, my brain's already ticking along, Michael. I could see this working very well to help us launch Unmuted podcast.
Yeah, if you get it so much and it's so great, how come we don't have one yet? Okay, anyways, so um so so we're going to launch. All right, so and by the way, because we did the show the way we did this, I have no idea how much time. So but anyways, um so
So
if
I
we
got
so
you.
okay, good. So like give me a countdown like you do on stage. But so Substack. All right, so it's my social media channel. It is it could
Personal
be a
website.
business. It's my personal website. My podcast can live there.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm,
Your videos can
and
live there.
what can live there?
Your videos, it's kind of like YouTube. You can upload
Okay.
videos to it, just like YouTube. And the cool part about it is it will auto publish to YouTube for you. Just like the
oh,
podcast, it
now you're
auto
talking my
publishes
language.
to all podcast platforms for you. It's
Okay.
awesome.
So they're trying to
Okay.
capture. Interesting.
And then when you
So
Mm.
decide to monetize it, that's where they make their money.
So when you're talking about
yes.
monetizing it, like you're talking, a subscription-based type sort of thing, like they
Yes.
pay you a subscription.
So
That's
let's say
cool.
you have a really interesting niche, right? Like,
Hmm.
okay. My husband, for example, his son has started a Substack and he specializes in perfumes. So he
Okay.
talked about all kinds of different perfumes, the history behind the perfumes, how they were made, why they're made, the truth, the lies, all the secrets. Okay.
Hmm.
And he publishes it to his Substack. Once he decides to monetize it, meaning he wants people to pay him for his information, so maybe special recipes, special access, things like that, he can set up his Substack to charge. So people can get a free version, which might be limited,
Okay.
or a paid version. Substack makes its money off of that. So the subscription
Okay.
goes straight through it. They do all of the payment collections and they deposit the money into your personal bank account and they take their fee along the way. And I believe it's
That's
something
a
very reasonable. It's like 10%, which is
that's smart
nothing
So
given that
business.
the whole platform is free.
right. So all right. I'm just trying to get so Substack. Um, there was a question. Oh, see how this
Look at it
goes.
like
I'm
this.
telling.
You
Yeah.
could have another blogging platform, and there are quite a few. I don't want to name names, but there are
Hmm.
many. They charge a minimum just to be on there.
Yeah, like they
So if
charge
you're
a monthly
not
fee.
publishing regularly, you don't have a big audience, you're paying for that. It's kind of a waste.
Hmm.
Substack, it's free until you activate the monetization. And
Smart
there are
business.
ways to get around that. You could have people sponsor you, and then Substack doesn't get anything.
Right. Got
So
it.
let's talk
Got it.
about the content creation side of things in this space, and especially in the today of AI. Like, anybody can really just get on ChatGPT now and create articles left, right, and center.
And it's
But the
happening.
ones yeah, it is happening. But the ones that I know that are getting traction are the ones who are still authentic. They're still their own voice. They might be using AI to do maybe 5% of the work, not all of the work.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Is Substack's community, like, is it about, really helping the creators and the writers leveraging authentic content, or is it just flooded with AI content like all the others at the moment?
I feel like because when I read the notes section, which is their feed, people are
Hmm.
discussing that. They're saying this is a place for me to be myself and to voice my own
Mm.
opinion and la 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 la. They talk about that. I do feel that there is a lot of AI that is flooding it, but
Mm.
readers are smart nowadays. You can see the signs from AI
Yeah, you can
generated
see the
content.
signals. Yeah.
The M dash, the weird spaces, the
The
structure, the
three
repetitive
rules, everything's
sentences.
in threes, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's obvious. So people kind of go away from that. And you can tell when someone's actually writing from their heart. I mean, AI can mimic someone's voice. They've managed to
Mm.
do that pretty well. But generally, even when AI is mimicking someone's voice, it's still their original thought. So it's just about what attracts you to that topic.
Yeah.
Why are you following a certain reader? So my Substack is Reality Rebel, and it's realityrebel.substack.com. And there I talk about shifting perspective and your reality and how you can be anyone you want to be and you can change your identity and all of those different things. And I take
Like
people
that.
along my journey. I don't use a lot of AI generated images. So I either post photos of myself from my past or now, or I create artwork. I might use AI a little bit to create some of the images, but all of the artwork I publish is created by me. So you can tell when you look at my Substack that it looks very different. Then you get to other ones where it's really blatantly obvious that they've just used a bunch of AI to create all of the images. But sometimes it works, especially when they're writing in their own voice and they
Well,
have
it
their
all
own
depends
independent bot.
it all depends on the niche too, right? Sometimes you can have a faceless niche, like you can have a niche like on perfume, for example. And that could be a faceless brand, and you can definitely leverage AI in that conversation. Like, yeah, I can see how it works. I
Yeah,
just
and I feel like
I'm noticing.
if you actually include your face, though, it's performing much better because people want that connection. People are tired of face. I mean, look at YouTube. They now are only monetizing accounts with real faces and real voices. So if it's AI
Yeah.
faces or AI voices, they're dinging those accounts. And
Mm.
you can see that trend happening. For me personally, my biggest pet peeve, being my background in branding and photography, is when people are using those AI photos that are so obviously AI.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
a sheen to them. You know what I mean? Like the skin just is a little
Yeah.
waxy and it drives me nuts because you don't know what the person actually looks like. So for me
Mm.
with my
Oh yeah.
pictures, I barely retouch my pictures. So now when they go out there, I may clean up a few stray hairs. If I have a little blemish or something, no big deal. But I try to keep myself looking like myself because AI doesn't do a good job of duplicating that. It's always slightly too perfect,
Mm-hmm.
even when they're imperfect.
I did a post on this the other day on this exact same topic, and basically my title was, "You guys are using AI to glow up too much. if I actually met you in person, would I even recognize you anymore?
No,
It's like, probably
no,
not. It's like, it's
no.
interesting times.
See, if people are really smart, they would use AI to ugly them up, right? So
Right.
the pictures
Yeah.
Right.
they put out in the videos, they look a little bit less attractive. So when they show up in real life, you're like, oh my God, you're so much better looking than your videos. Oh, that's the way you'd want it, right?
Never thought of that. This is good.
I'm
We
gonna, I'm
could,
gonna have to
we
try
could
that.
create, wait a minute, we could create like a whole dating app, but do it that way, right? So
Yeah.
when people show up for dates, they're
Swipe.
like,
Oh,
instead of
you're
the other
amazing.
way,
Yeah.
right? You
As a
We
matter
look
of
just,
fact,
we
that's
just,
a
we
good.
great
just
idea.
marketed it. We just coined out that we just created a new niche for the dating space.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So back to Substack. So can you have like a company Substack,
Yeah, you can
or
have
is it?
whatever you want. The key is to get the username if you want it to be the Substack extension. So sometimes people create stuff like I originally wanted my Substack, instead of it to be realityrebel.substack, I wanted it to be whenyouKnow.substack. And I went to get it and it goes, this name has been taken 1 second ago. I was like, huh, someone came up with it 1 second ago? It happens. So you got to get creative with your name or get your own URL. There is a fee for that. I think it's $49, give or take, a year to use your own unique URL. So I could do realityrebel.com and have that be my
Right.
Substack, but it costs an extra fee and realityrebel.com was taken. So I just didn't get that one.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. No, I mean, how many times do we do things like that? Or it's funny too when people buy their websites, right? It's like your website's gone, or unless you want to pay 500 grand for whatever it is. So figure something out.
Insane. It's
It
insane. You
is
got to
Right.
get
insane.
so
Well,
clever. And I actually think those are AI tools going and scraping and taking all the
Yep.
of
obvious
course they
names.
are. Of
I think that's
Exactly.
unfair. I think
course
that
they
something
are.
needs to be done about that because the people are buying them and reselling them through AI, and it's just not right. It's just not right.
No,
Yeah, it needs to
it's
be a little
not.
bit
So
more regulated. I'm actually jumping onto Substack right now, and I'm
I knew
creating
he
an
was
account.
doing that because I could tell he's typing. So,
Yeah.
and actually, did everybody notice when these two were talking about it? I actually just started watching Netflix. No. So,
What?
you know,
You know
here's,
what else? Here's another cool thing about
yeah,
Substack that people don't recognize. When you create your Substack account, you can go into the settings and there's a teams section and you can add people to your team. So, for example, Jeff, if you are traveling and you're not able to publish your Substacks, but maybe you've written some drafts, you just don't have time to travel or to publish,
Mhm.
you could have your wife log in as a team member or an assistant or Michael, and they can go in there and publish it for you. They can even change the author, they can create it, they can edit it, they can do whatever they want and make it go
Okay.
live. So it's
Well,
kind
I
of
can
cool
even
like
add, I
that.
can even add, I can even add Sandy to it, and she could do it for me too.
Yes.
so,
Yes.
so we're going to have obviously one for our podcast, right, Jeff? You're getting that right now?
I'm setting it up right now.
Okay. So, and then Sandy and
And,
I would
and,
be
and
on
actually,
there.
whilst I'm doing this, unmuted's already taken, so I've had to go unmuted podcast,
No, unmuted show.
unmuted
Unmuted
show.
show.
Yes, go back.
Go back. I'm telling you.
See, I'm glad I'm doing
See,
this
it's the
live. I'm glad I'm
fever.
doing it live with you guys here.
Who
Keep you two on
I'm going
track
to
when it comes to
Substack right now
branding.
and I'm going to see who took unmuted. We're going to have a conversation. So
Unmuted.substack.com. Check it out. Who is it?
I love it.
We're
This is
coming. We're
good.
coming for you.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you see sort of coming down the line at this time with everything that is going on? That will be another platform, another voice. Anything you've heard that seems like exciting?
You keep hearing about new ones and then they kind of go nowhere. Like there was that one, Be Real. You know, it's
I've
just
never heard of that one.
that's my point. It's where you're real and in the phone prompts you to do a video now and you have to do it now. So there's no time for you to change yourself or put on a filter or do anything and you stream that way. Not for me. But there are
Do you
always new
guys
things
ever
popping up. You got to
do
kind
you
of
ever remember
go with
that?
what you like.
What is it? Periscope? Do you ever remember that one?
Yeah, I was on Periscope for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was
I did
really
laugh.
big on that. No, I
It's
didn't
like
laugh.
Instagram threads.
Yeah. What was the other one? Vine. Vine, is that still around? I think that's still around, isn't it?
I don't know. But you know, X now has the AI in there. So if people write something, you can say, is this real? And the AI will analyze it and proof it for you. It's supposed to be the #1 fact checker online, period, hands down.
Okay, I did not know that. That's fascinating.
It
I
just came
didn't
out.
either. I
And have
love
you
it.
guys seen the new video technology from Grok?
No.
It's
Yeah, I've started to see some of that come out. It's pretty insane.
insane.
Like, it's
It's
taken Sora,
insane.
and it's just making Sora look amateur compared to what it is now. It's really crazy.
It's hilarious. It totally makes Sora look amateur with the things that it can do. I confess, we make pretty funny videos. We take pictures of our friends in restaurants and then we make them like kiss and stuff when it's two dudes and they're like, no, our wives are not happy with this. All kinds of things just to mess
Take
with
it
people.
down. Don't send it.
Don't share
Oh
that. Don't
man.
share that.
Yeah. This is gonna get ugly. I can tell you what people are gonna do with this.
Crazy.
It's great though, because there is the thing is it's how we use it, right? Or how it comes about or what we do with it. And I mean, look at, everybody on their phone, what you can do on your phone. Think of it this way.
Mm.
How much, Sandy's still laughing at all that she created. I like this. But, it's amazing what we can do. So we only have a couple minutes left. This has been a great conversation because what we'll do as the show evolves is we'll evolve our Substack. So in a
Yes.
way, you can sort of see the creation and how that sort of works and what we do with it and go from there. So any last tidbits before we get going? And I'm thinking right away, because by the way, we don't script this show, we just throw out ideas. Um, but I think along with this, and we will have guests. We promise eventually we'll have guests. We'll probably have them sooner than you know. Um, with Substack, the other thing too that I'm finding is people go onto social media is they either look too stiff, right? They talk like this the whole time, and it's like, okay, Walter Cronkite didn't even do that. That's just, I'm aging myself. But right, or they're doing this the whole time. So they're just moving and making you crazy. And it's what we've noticed, especially in the podcasting world, is just be yourself.
Mm.
Really important.
Just take a breath and be yourself. And I
You
think,
should
we'll talk.
you should
Yeah,
see
Jeff?
some of my very first videos back in 2010. I had the green screen, I had the camera. I was that very much what you described, very stiff, very scripted. I've actually left them up on YouTube on purpose to show people how far I've come.
God love it. God love it. So I think what we'll do is part of what we're going to cover too is we'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about podcasting. We'll talk a little bit about one of Sandy's favorites, branding. But I think
Yes.
it's,
Yes.
and how you do that across boundary. There you go. But how you do
That's
that
one of my
across
favorites.
boundary and how you can stay within your brand. But there's so many ways to do it.
Mm.
And,
It's all about
it's
perception.
looking. Thank you. Thank you. She's the expert, and we'll be talking about that too. And there's a lot of topics we're going to bring. So, from all of us here at Unmuted, we're so excited to be here. It's just another great day. We're coming in from many different countries. We're in the US, we're in Thailand, we're in Australia, and that's where we are today. You never know. So we want to thank you for listening. It's been great. Sandy, thank you for this actually, because now I know why it's there. If I use it or not, but I know why it's there. And I think I'm gonna, I'll play with it a little bit, but I'll let you and
My
Jeff
mom
really
can do
run the
it,
show.
Michael. If my
Yeah,
mom can do it.
yeah. Now, what are you saying? So let's not go. Wait. Okay.
Let's be nice. Let's be
Uh,
nice.
yeah, that's right. But it's the kind of thing where it's all about information and the things that we get to know. And we're not going to use everything. Nobody can be an expert. So stop worrying about that. Just find the thing that you're comfortable with and what is it you're trying to achieve. That's what we're always looking at. And I think that's a really big piece of everything we do. Any last words before we let them go?
Yeah, I just wanted to encourage people just to embrace the idea of experimenting. Like, have fun with it and play with it. And in that space, in that fun, in that play, you'll actually learn a lot faster. That's been my experience anyway.
Yeah, I recently discussed this on my LinkedIn. This is November,
Mm.
but you should spell it KNOW Vember because you can take
Ooh.
all of the things that you've learned over the past 11 months and apply it. So if you feel insecure about creating a Substack or trying a new platform, you've had all of these months to do all these cool things. So just have fun with it and apply them to these platforms and see what happens. You never know.
You just never know.
No. November.
No.
November. I love it. KNOW. I love it. That's so, Sandy, thank you so much for this. Jeff, thank you so much for being on here today.
Thank you.
Um, it's another great show at Unmuted, and we'll really get deeper into this. This is, I think, a great subject because I think it's it's always know what's out there. What you do with it, that's your choice. But at least know what's out there. Don't stick your head in. It's like AI. Everybody got so afraid of AI, and now they're all using it to travel, even though it's telling them places that don't exist. But
That might be a
That's
good
a
place
whole
to go
nother
to, though.
conversation. That's a
right,
whole nother
that's
conversation.
right. That's a whole nother
You don't have
conversation.
to apply for a visa to those places.
Isn't that amazing? That's right. Oh, this is too funny. So, all right, everybody, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are, thank you so much for being on the show today. Keep listening, keep learning. We'll always be here. You can look at show notes. You can find us out. You're going to find us on Substack now. So, and we're really excited to be here. So thank you, everybody. Jeff, you can take us out.
Well, thank you very much for everybody. We'll say caffeinated, stay legendary, and bye for now.
Bye, everybody.